Hey, what up guys, it's Nader here with Friends 3, bringing you another war recap video. Let's look at the map and see what went down. So we faced this clan called FTW. I'm assuming that means Freak the World, but with the other word, whatever the kids are saying these days. And yeah, they were not that good. They had a huge advantage on paper. I mean, if you look at this, the lineup that they brought, they should have crushed us. They had 2 max Town Hall 11s and 4 true Town Hall 10s. And then actually a Town Hall 10 with 1 Inferno Tower. So we had 1 Town Hall 11 and only 2 Town Hall 10s. So again, on paper they should have smashed us, but I mean, luckily for us, they weren't 3-star attackers. They brought a lot of go wipe, which I thought was dead, but these guys are bringing it back, going old school with it. And I mean, they didn't even try. Once we brought all the 3-stars and they realized that they couldn't even come close to matching us, they just basically left the entire middle of the map open. We had a little bit of trouble on their 2 Town Hall 11s because they were maxed, but we had a bunch of Town Hall 10 3-stars, which is always fun to watch. And then obviously everything else was tripled. That's a given in almost every war. So yeah, let's look at these attacks. Our first one we're going to look at is Icy, who is a Town Hall 10, taking out their top Town Hall 10. And this is just a massive air raid where he completely destroys this base. It is a max Town Hall 10 with pretty good heroes. Okay walls, which he doesn't mess with anyway because he's coming with the air. But at Town Hall 10, your goal with an air attack is to take out an AD and the AQ and the CC, and if you can, one of the Inferno Towers, which he does here. So you can see he brings in a Golem and his heroes and a couple wizards for the funnel with that jump in there, takes all that stuff out. And as his troops approach that Inferno Tower, he pops his King ability to take it out for sure. And then he starts to bring his air down here from the bottom left. 2 Hounds to the first AD, which I always recommend. And then use your haste first. See a lot of guys using their rage right away on that outside AD, and sometimes it can bite them, because once all the troops move to the middle, they don't have enough horsepower to take all the stuff out in the core of that base, which is usually where the most DPS is. So if I was giving a tip there, I'd say use your haste for the outside and your rage for the core, which he does there. I don't know if that's the Max Hound that he brought in his CC. It looks like one of the big old boys, but the Max Hound and the CC does not pop, and he leaves a couple Wiz Towers here down on the bottom. I don't know if that was on purpose or what, but there's no way that 2 Wiz Towers can take out the rest of the loons that he has. It's pretty much just clean up from here. That Hound does not ever pop, but he's got enough pups on the top, and now all the loons down there for those high HP buildings. He does save a loon in the bag for cleanup, which I think he drops up there. Yep, there it is. Just to make sure that it's going to kill those bases and then come down to those storages if he needs it. But this base had no chance. Really nice air attack by Icy. And again, always really good to see the Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 3-stars so that the 11 doesn't have to drop. Good job, dude. Let's move on to the next one. We missed on this one. You can see 83%. It was a really nice Valk attack. Just didn't pull it out. But we got our boy SL here taking on another Town Hall 10. SL is a Town Hall 10, so it's 10 versus 10. He's got max heroes and max Valks that he's going to bring down on this base. This guy has an Inferno Tower on single target, which I do not recommend. But it was good for us because once the Valks get into the core, there's just nothing that can stop them once you take out that multi-Inferno. So he drops a Giant to start to help his AQ to start that funnel, and then staggers his poisons. Drops that rage down to get his queen back up. I like that strat there. Do you see how he dropped his wall breakers through the rage? Your troops stay raged up even after they leave the rage spell circle. So you can drop your wall breakers inside of that rage, they'll stay raged as they approach the wall. And he was able to crack that wall open and get his queen in there. And then he brings a golem at the bottom right with his BK and his Valks. And then it's just rage, heal, heal, looks like is what he's going to bring here. So he brings a rage to get him in the core, a heal to keep him up in the core of that base, and then that single target Inferno is just useless with 18 Valks. I mean, there's no way that a single target Inferno is going to take out his troops like that. So you can see his king breaking through the wall and taking out the AQ, and he's still got a ton of Valks up. He's still got his queen at the bottom left with, I believe, all 4 healers that he brought. So she's at max health. He's got a bunch of Valks left. He just popped his king ability. He's up there pounding away at the top left. And I mean, it's just basically cleanup. It's a really nice attack by him with that initial funnel to get all his troops into the core, because he knew again that single target Inferno wasn't going to stop him. Let's speed it up a little bit. The healer switch, which was kind of a bummer, because I mean, I think he wanted his queen to stay healed up there, but the healer switched to his Valks and his king, but it ends up working out. His queen's working around there, taking out the trash, and a 3-star. Really nice attack by SL. Good job, dude. We're not going to look at 6. Let's look at 7. This is a base that had 1 Inferno, and it gets taken out by our Town Hall 9. So you know that's a really good attack. Red, bring in the Queen Walk Vaho, which he's really good at. And again, even though it's a level 1 Inferno, it can still be a tough base to take out. I mean, anytime you got a Inferno tower in a base, it makes it a bunch harder to 3-star. So we were all watching this attack live, and to see Red pull this off was pretty sweet. So you can see he brings in a baby drag at 3 o'clock to start that funnel, and once it's pretty much created, he brings his queen in top right with his healers to continue that funnel. And she's going to walk left. You can see he brought his king up there to take out the DE storage. And as his queen walks left and his king comes down, he's going to bring in a couple wizards. And once the wizards create the tunnel along the top, he's going to bring in his Valks from 12 o'clock, which you'll see him drop down here in a second. There they go. See, the funnel's created, so there's nowhere else for the Valks to go. With some bowlers behind, he's going to drop a rage here. And then once the troops get into the core, his king walks, which is kind of a bummer, but not a big deal, because he's got all his Valks in the core. So he rages them in, he heals them, then he rages them out of the core, and he's still got another heal, which I think he uses on his kill squad. And I'm not sure. We'll see what he does here in a second. But once the core's busted up and all the big bombs are popped, you start bringing in your hogs targeted. He's bringing them here in a clockwise motion. And at Town Hall 10, you get 5 big bombs. So his hogs do end up taking out a couple of those outlying big bombs, which is kind of a bummer. But he's got his queen up, and the remaining hogs are just enough to come in and take out the defenses that are left. Pops his queen ability, she takes out that cannon, and the rest is just trash buildings on the outside. He's still got a couple Valks on the bottom right, which are going to help with that cleanup. But again, man, oh, he swags a heal. Dang, I didn't see that initially. So for him to come in on a Town Hall 9 with an Inferno, basically is what it was, and to swag a heal is pretty crazy. We were hoping that he would 3-star it, but I don't think any of us knew that he was going to swag that heal. So just a really nice attack by Red. Good job, dude. Let's look at Nemesis taking on their number 8. Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 9. Looks like he's got an HGHB coming in from about 12:30. The strategy's the same almost every time. You drop your giants in with the healers, and then your wizards create the funnel, and then you dump everything else in there. So there's the kill squad with his BK and his AQ and his bowlers. You drop that semi-shallow rage to make sure your healers get raged up to keep all your troops healed up in the core there. Here comes the CC with that staggered poison. You drop that poison down to make sure that the CC, as it's coming out of the CC, is impacted by that poison. And with all those troops there in the middle, it gets taken out pretty quickly. Another rage in the core, again, to keep those healers raged up. And with all the ADs on the outside of the base, there's not really any chance for his healers to get taken out. Once the core's dead, he brings in his hogs from basically 3 o'clock targeted. And what's really nice about this attack, I watched this one live, is how patient he is. A lot of guys would have continued to drop hogs down, which might have been taken out by these remaining defenses. But he's super patient. He knows that his giants are gonna break through that wall right there, and as they approach these defenses and soak up all the DPS, then he brings in his hogs, which you can see he does there. So as all those defenses are distracted, he brings in his hogs, drops that final heal on them, and I mean really just the cannons left that can do anything. He got kind of lucky there with, I think, one hog taking out that double big bomb, and then he's got an AD and a mortar, which have no chance against a group of hogs. So he still got both hero abilities, so he swagged on those, and this base is toast. A really nice HGHB attack by Nemesis, crushing this base. Nice work. Alright, let's see what else we got. I think all the replays are going to be at the top of this roster, only because the bottom was pretty weak. They had a bunch of Town Hall 7s and 8s and low-level 9s that we were able to take out pretty easily, so we're not even going to watch those. I think all these replays are going to be up top. But we got Ryan. Ryan's a new addition to the clan. This is the first war that he's ever warred with us, and so all of us were waiting to see how he was going to perform. He brings in an air attack and does a really, really nice job. You know, you can know that he was probably pretty nervous on this attack. I mean, his first attack with a new clan, you never quite know how things are going to go, but he does a really nice job and pulls off this 3-star. You can see he comes in with 2 golems from the top left, and his goal obviously is to take out the enemy CC, the enemy AQ, and at least 1 AD. I think he ends up taking out both of those ADs though. You can see he brings some Valks in for some added DPS there in the middle. And he's got everything in the core. Really nice job to funnel. He's got all of his kill squad in the core there, just tearing that thing apart. And once it's down, he starts bringing in his air attack. So 2 hounds to the first AD with a haste to get those loons in there quick. And then as the hounds transition from the first AD to the second AD, you're going to bring in more loons, and you're going to drop more haste spells to get those loons in there as quickly as possible. And then there's the rage, like I talked about on the previous replay. You want to save your rage for the core where all the DPS is. So use your haste spells for the outlying loons to get them in there, and then once the loons are in the core, that's when you drop your rage. So the only air targeting defense is that archer tower, which gets taken out by like 15 loons. The rest is just cleanup. He's still got that haste in the bag. I think he ends up swagging it, and he's got a good amount of pups, but he's still got a minute left to destroy this base. So there's nothing else that can stop him. It's literally just cleanup from this point, and the rest is done. Let's go 4 times speed on it as the troops work around the base. Really nice air attack by Ryan, again for his inaugural hit with Friends 3. Good job, man. We're lucky to have you. I think we're going... Let's look at Buck here. This is a pretty high level defense Town Hall 9. I know the walls are weak and the heroes are pretty weak, but other than the Wiz Towers, I think it's a max Town Hall 9 for defense. So for him to do what he does to this base is pretty impressive. He brings a Govaho with 2 golems and a bunch of Valks, and he wrecks this base quickly and efficiently. I don't think there's anything else that could have gone right on this attack. So once the kill squad's in the core, he rages them in. He drops a heal to keep his Valks at full health. And as they tear through this base, he starts dropping his targeted hogs, which again, you're going to drop in a either clockwise or counterclockwise fashion as the defenses are being distracted by the kill squad in the core. And as the hogs work through here, you again just continue to drop hogs to defenses that are shooting something else, and they just pick apart this base. This guy's got nothing left. He's got 2 cannons left, but he's just got way too many hogs, way too many Valks. He's got both heroes up, and he saves 7 hogs and he saves a heal. That's pretty impressive. For him to come in here and tear this base apart and not even use the majority of his hogs or a heal is pretty nasty. Just a really nice attack by Buck. Sweet job, man. Let's see what else we got. Looks like Buck had a 6-pack. He hit that base as well. Enki, Evan. I think Cody had a 6-pack too. Another 6-pack. Cody's been on a roll. Let's see. Yep, there he is. So let's watch Cody hit 15 and then we'll be done. Cody's go-to attack is the Govaho at Town Hall 8, which again is always nice to see because it's not just mass drags or something boring like that. He's bringing some skill to it. So you can see he drops his golems down. He spreads them out pretty good. Basically uses that one golem as just a CC soak. So as the CC's dumping on his golem, he drops that double poison to take it out. And once the funnel's created, here comes the kill squad, his BK and his Valks. He's going to drop his rage down here pretty quick. There it goes. They're going to bust into the base and target that BK who draws them into the core. And then once the kill squad continues to move into the core, he brings his hogs targeted in a counterclockwise fashion, drops that heal down, and the hogs are moving through this base. Super easy. He's got so many of them. They're just taking these defenses out. Looks like all the big bombs. Now there's still one big bomb somewhere in there, but he already took out the double, so there's nothing left that can stop him. His hogs are just going to continue to destroy this base. He's still got his BK up. He's still got a full golem that hasn't even popped yet. And he drops some whiz around the outside to help clean up the trash. And that's it. I mean, this base is toast. This was their top Town Hall 8. So not super strong, but still a really nice attack by Cody to take it out so that the Town Hall 9s didn't have to drop. And that's it. It's over. I think Cody's had like, I don't know, 4 or 5 wars with 6-packs in a row. So he's one of our top Town Hall 8s, just bringing the heat and really helping us out here. And again, the rest of those bases were pretty low, but another nice war by Friends 3 to come in and take out FTW. And good job by them doing what they did, but it just wasn't enough. If you like these videos, make sure you like them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check back in. I'll have a new war recap video every couple days because we war non-stop. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.